19, Gator.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They'll run on first down. McFarland has some space here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go!
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew that come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
57.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 30 on second down, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. 57 for Mike.
And watch the leg.
On second down now. It's McDonald, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
57.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Throwing on second and 14. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think. Because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to, and the Cardinals are in. Touchdown. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming.
49, check 49.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Eason going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Eason going for Metcalf. Caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get them going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Eason, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, we heard it, how heavily they stressed effective goal line offense this week in practice. Pays off there, they punch it in.
Now not only have we heard it, we saw it. All that preparation, and what it means is going back and examining what's been going wrong before. How can you correct it? Maybe it's even changes of personnel, but it paid off in this situation.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple of extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
57.
Play action. Now it's Murray. This is caught by Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
57, come on. Watch the screen.
On 3rd and 2, Murray able to find Isabella. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Go, run.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
52.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Here we go, D.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Raise some guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here on 2nd down. McFarland. Now they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Here we go. 30 base.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Fire.
Off the play fake. Eason. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
But that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ready?
On second down now, McFarland, and they will only muster a...
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We got 4.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Eason. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to regain the lead. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that. Do they throw it? Do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On first down, McDonald, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Cleverly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Murray going to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Murray now on first down. flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Go. Hey. Hey, we are. Hustle. 4 down. Check Mike, man.
Murray to air it out again. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
10-2 stop. Check in. Yeah. Topper, 2.
Throwing on first down. Eason. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Yeah, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards there and a first down.
70.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 85 catches for him on the year now. The result there is a first down. And his throw is incomplete. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spot.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You need the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Dancing to his left. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
They can't hold me, coach.
Christian Kirk, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have now moved out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Knight. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Blue draw, quarter.
On first down, Eason firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. The final shot before break. Eason, and he will find his man on the outside. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we gotta go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter.
Come on, fellas.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
61, match, big grip.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Off-play action. Eason. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Knight. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
15 line. 15 line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about everything. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big win.
Entering pause screen, resume. Entering controller disconnected pop-up. Please reconnect your controller to continue.
To throw, coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
57. Mike, 57. And come on. 57.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch. And I'm going to bring anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
And it's been exciting. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
Come on now.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. This quarterback now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought they let him in a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Protein spill. Go. Ready.
On 2nd down, McFarland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
18 Gator. X3. 218 chopper.
Whip.
Off the play fake. Eason. Wide open receiver complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
Times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Trying to get one more in.
Entering, pause screen, resume.
Here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, pick it up, Justin. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I'm coming.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. There are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves, because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Now this throw caught left side. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Looking to throw. Eason. Got his man on the comebacker. It's Knight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Gavin guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
60
The
outlaws.
Seahawks on third down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is 3rd and 7. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know them.
He's got a man, complete. They'll get 34 yards there. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's Murray, buying time to his left. Yep, got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 37. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
57's mine. You remember me? You remember me?
Shotgun now from Murray. Flush to his right, and now he's going to, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Let's go.
An 8-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals have retaken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns, also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. That's what my quarterback. Guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
Here we go.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Entering pause screen. Resume.
Whoa! Let's get it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Fellas, let's set a tone.
Back to throw. Eason. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Throwing now is Murray. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
On the set. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Off play action. Eason. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Eason. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Murray from midfield, escaping the pressure right. Murray fighting, lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, anyone? He's checking. Crash.
Murray to throw. It's Williams on the catch. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
57.
Now Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Murray now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Coverage that time by Deontay Thompson. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Eason. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here, the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw it, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Hey, Steve Griffin.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
Post-game report players' stats.
Their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering statistics screen players team ski. Player QB rating 1, completions 30, pass completions 32. QB attack completion percent, passing longest pass rushing selected 20 yard throw from touch attempts 18. Receiving selected. Average yards per reception. Average yards per reception 17.9. Finish game. Entering end of match survey pop-up. Did you have fun in your last match? Dismiss. No. Yes. Entering XP feedback screen. You have 25 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering player upgrades screen. You have 3 options. Kyler Murray, Imp, Scrambler. Ratings. Overview. Ratings. Progression. His abilities. Progress ratings. Upgrade. Agile. Run stopper. Pass coverage. Entering player view message. General manager is selected. Entering train view advanced things to do. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. View weekly awards. Entering franchise view message. X Factor QB is selected. Entering start weekly training. Entering Cardinal. You have Start training. Entering scout. Players ready to negotiate. You have two options. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Entering. Attention pop. Entering. Pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Yes. Entering. Pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Entering. Attention. Entering. Pop-up. You have two options. You have two options. You have two. You have two op. You have two op. You have two options. Start negotiation. Entering franchise. Scout call. Train. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrades screen. Damon Perry is selected. Power. Speed. Power rusher. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. Train. Play season game. Returning from injury. Entering depth chart screen. 8 rows, 28 columns left.